Djokovic doesn't medal in the Olympics. He loses in the semifinals to Sevrev, and then in the third place match for bronze, he loses to Pablo Correno Busto. This is the biggest win for Pablo in his career. He had only made two semifinals, both at the U.S. Open. Pretty good career, but this is definitely the biggest accomplishment in his career, defeating Djokovic for bronze in the Olympics. Just an amazing, amazing accomplishment. Tip my hat to him. After the match, he was lost for words. He was crying. He threw himself on the ground. He obviously super merited his reaction. Winning a medal for your country must be one of the most exciting and rewarding and just fulfilling moments in anyone's career. And the fact that he beat Djokovic, the number one rated player in the world, who's having an exceptional year, is just probably adds so much more importance to it. But after the match, Djokovic withdrew from the other third place match that he was scheduled to play in the mixed doubles bronze medal match, citing a left shoulder injury. I feel really bad for his partner, Nina Stojanovic. She had never won a medal. This was a chance for her to get a medal, represent her country, finish the Olympics in a good note. And unfortunately, Djokovic sustained his left shoulder injury. So hopefully he's well by the U.S. Open. But there's a lot of critics out there that are giving Djokovic a hard time because they're saying if he would have been in the final match, or if he would have beaten Pablo for the bronze medal match, would he have still opted out for the mixed doubles bronze medal match? And I see where they're coming from, because you could tell that Djokovic not only lost the game, but he lost his composure. Obviously, I'm pretty sure his ego took a hit. Djokovic, who was on the 22-23 match winning streak, coming into the semifinals of the men's singles, lost to Sevrev, lost in the semifinals of the mixed doubles, and then he lost to Pablo in the bronze medal match for the men's singles. So he had 3 losses in the span of 24 hours when he was on a 22 or 23 game match winning streak. So that would deflate anyone's ego. That's a sucker punch. That would deflate you. And the heat was 90 degrees. I'm not giving Djokovic an excuse, but for all those people that are giving him, some slack for pulling out of the bronze medal match in the mixed doubles, man, it must have been a tough decision. It must have been ugly, but I feel for the man. You're on top of your game. You're trying to get that golden slam, be the first male in history to do it, and you fall short. And not even if maybe he wasn't even worried about the golden slam, but maybe it's not about that. It was just about trying to win a gold medal for his country. Even if he hadn't won the first 3, majors in the calendar year, if he had won none of them, I'm pretty sure that gold medal was just that important to him, and it defeated him. But he did lose his composure in the match, throwing a racket into the stands, hitting his racket on the net pole, on the net post. Just really uncanny for Djokovic, especially this year when he's been, on top of the world, on top of, the ATP tour. He lost 6-4, and then he won a crazy, ridiculous second set, winning a tiebreaker 8-6, I believe. And then he lost 6-3 in the third set. He should still be the favorite for the U.S. Open, but after losing 3 matches in 24 hours, I think some of his mystical energy, allure that he has could be gone. The announcers for NBC always mention it. They always say sometimes Djokovic just wins his matches before the match is even played. Just his status, his energy, his aura, he just frightens you. You just know that you're playing against Djokovic. You know how good he is, that when he's on, you basically have no chance of winning. And it's like a mind game. You got to just play your game and not think so much about Djokovic and how good he is and, the 20 Grand Slams and everything that he's done in his career. But that's easier said than done. You're playing Djokovic. You're playing probably the greatest player ever. So you start doubting yourself before you even play Djokovic. And then obviously Djokovic has earned that status, and he's earned um, that like bigger than the sport type of status that he imposes on other players. But losing 3 matches in 24 hours, losing his composure, looking very, very human, looking like he was rattled. I think that could start to settle the rest of the field. That could start to calm players down when they play Djokovic. They could just think about these moments in the Olympics. They could just think about how Djokovic, one of the greatest, if not the greatest player ever, has not been able to get a gold medal in the Olympics, whether it be men's singles or mixed doubles. He has not been able to do it. Even in his best year, he has not been able to do it. And he loses his composure, and he throws tantrums, and he loses it. And I think that could just in of itself help the rest of the field, just relax going into the rest of Djokovic's career. Just look at him and be like, okay, this guy is not an alien. He's not a superhuman. He's just like everybody else. Like I could beat this guy. Like I just saw him in the Olympics lose 3 matches in 24 hours. Like, why can't I beat him today on this given day? Like I've seen him. He's very. We all saw him. We all saw him have that little breakdown. He's very human after all. So I'm not taking Djokovic is obviously still better than everybody else, but I'm just saying the mind games, the mental advantage that he had over the rest of the field. I think some of that might be gone just because of how he lost these 3 matches. How he lost his composure, how he threw a racket on the stands, broke another racket, withdrew from a medal match. Like Serbia definitely, I'm pretty sure I don't know their medal count, but I could do a quick search right now. And let's see. They won 3 golds, 1 silver, and 5 bronze. 9 medals. So it's not like, Serbia is just racking up medals left and right. And for Djokovic to drop out of that 3rd place match after losing 3 matches, after losing his composure, after looking very human on that court, after getting outplayed by Sevrev, getting outplayed by Pablo, that's what I'm talking about. That could start to ease the rest of the field and start looking at Djokovic as, human, not an alien, not a superhuman, just as a regular person. And like I said, the announcers are correct when they say that sometimes Djokovic just wins the match even before it's played, just because you're startled, you're frightened, you're seeing like Djokovic, you're seeing the greatest ever across from you, and you don't know how to handle your emotions. This is the biggest match of your career, and for Djokovic, it's just another one. It's just another opponent on a quest for another title, another Grand Slam. That's it. This is everyday activity for Djokovic. But for you, this is the biggest match of your life. You're telling everyone, "Hey, I'm playing Djokovic. Come tune onto the TV. Here's some tickets." Like, that's all I'm talking about. I'm sure Djokovic is still gonna do great in the U.S. Open, but I'm almost certain too that more players are gonna feel confident, or they're gonna feel less scared going forward because of how human he looked in the Olympics. But I think the frustration is expected. Like I said, he's clearly wanted to get that gold medal that has eluded him his whole career, and it's sad that he wasn't able to get it. Watching Djokovic or anyone go for a golden Grand Slam would have been amazing. I was trying to watch history too, but it wasn't meant to be. And we'll see how he does in the U.S. Open. I'll do a video later doing my prediction. I'm sure he'll do great. I'll be surprised if he doesn't make it to the Final Four. But let me know what you guys think. Did Djokovic act like a little kid, like some people are calling him, after losing in the semifinals, losing in the finals in the Olympics? And do you agree with me that he's lost some of his allure or frightening power that he has against the rest of the field? Let me know.